don't live in the mundane. Don't stay in the messy. Don't stay in the madness, but make room for the miracles. We get so caught up in the mundane that, man, where's the magical? When we were kids, it was like, can we play? No, but you got to clean your room. But then can I play? Remember, we were always looking for magic. When I went to Disneyland as a 7-year-old and I saw Tomorrowland, Frontierland, and I saw all these different lands, and I saw Mickey Mouse up close, Donald Duck up close, the fireworks show at 9:30 at night, my life changed. It was all about a different perspective. From Compton, California, and the things I saw there, going to Disneyland, it was literally only like 40 miles away. 40 miles away, I was about to have a life change. It's another vantage point. And we've heard it before. Mindset is mind to set. Your mindset is mind to set. You begin to see those things that have not yet happened as though they're possible. Because then you get the miracle mentality. All of a sudden you're thinking uncommon, not normal, not regular. Before I became great friends with Oprah, I saw myself being great friends with Oprah. So when we started talking a lot, it didn't throw me off. I've envisioned these conversations. I saw it before it even happened. It's a destiny, it's a faith, and it's the power of the imagination. When Robert Downey was working on some of his projects, he did not see Iron Man coming. You never know when you will become a superhero. And that's the beauty of life. You can go from being challenged, having difficulties in your life, wondering if you're going to be stuck in that same place, to the next thing you know, you are soaring in places that you can only have imagined. I simply align myself and then I cooperate with what life is asking me to do. So the book, The Miracle Mentality, teaches you how to get through the mundane, the messy, the madness in all areas of your life and embrace this miraculous life that you've been called to live. I don't see anybody as different. I just see them as human beings that need to turn a setback to a comeback. Part of problem solving is you have to listen first, and a lot of people don't listen. They're just looking to try to fix somebody or give an answer. So when somebody has a setback, what happens to them, most times they go very singular. They go really inward. So if they go through a divorce, they go very inward, or they lost their job, they go inward. Anxiety or depression, pandemic, they go very inward. But when you have a setback, the first thing you got to do is you got to become awake. You got to become conscious, and you got to say, oh my gosh, we're in the middle of a pandemic and we may need to be locked down for a month. A month turned into another month and then to over a year, right? So number one, become awake. Secondly, you have to take inventory. Where am I financially? Where am I with my job? Where am I with my mental health? How's this world doing? But here's a powerful thing. You have to partner with the right people. I feel that a lot of people, when they have a setback, they don't have the right people to partner with. So that's what I always wanted to become, and that's what I became. I want to be the person that somebody could link hands with and say, come on, Tim Storey. You may not know everything, but you know how to get people from a setback to a comeback. When you partner with the right people, that means you're going to probably have to eliminate some people that are not the right people. And this is what I see with a lot of people that are in a setback. They need to cut some people back. And I say this about the power partnership. You have the acquaintance, which is the person of, we just know each other. Secondly, you have the partner that's more intimate. And then the third level is what I call the green room. The green room is that place that you go to that you are allowed to invite who you want in that green room. But they better be people of power, people of substance, people of a similar mindset and a mood set and motives that really strengthen you. Mindset to me is it's a perspective, it's a point of view, it's another vantage point. It's about in the midst of the mundane, the mess, and sometimes the madness that we can get back to magical living. I think you got to prosper where you're planted. Like if you are a freshman in college, prosper where you're planted. Don't always like be looking at what I'm going to do when I'm going to graduate. Be in your freshman year. Be present in your sophomore year. Be present in your junior year. Present in your senior year. So as you prosper where you're planted, you're going to love this. And you build your spot. Life will put the spotlight on your spot. What I teach is that we all have what I call life interruptions. An interruption is a disturbance. You've had them, I've had them. It could be when somebody's young and they get ill, or in this case, my father passed. So it's a life interruption. And then when most people have that life interruption or setback, they don't know how to get out of it. And so that's one thing that I think created a calling in me, that I wanted to help more people that had life interruptions find a way up and out. I'm inspired by the little things in life. I have this saying that miracles are either coming or going at all times. My last book is called The Miracle Mentality. And to have a miracle mentality is to look for the extraordinary, look for the unusual, look for the uncommon. That inspires me. So I'm inspired by butterflies. I'm inspired by great conversations with Quincy Jones. I'm high on life. I really enjoy life. What a privilege to live. I'm living this life that is different, better, more magical. And every week of my life, I really go back to the innocence of my childhood. I go back to Motown music, the Jackson 5, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, because it clicks me back to little Timmy from Compton. Mindset is a different perspective.
And that perspective, from what I understand, it doesn't just, change your vantage on the world or your perspective, but it can shift how you show up.
You begin to see those things that have not yet happened as though they're possible. A lot of people, they just think about manifesting something, but in the law of the harvest, I teach you got to plow the ground, you got to plant the right seed, then you got to water the seed, which is repetition, and then you'll reap the harvest. And I feel that some people, they get really frustrated in the plowing, the planting, and the watering, but they don't realize that payday's on its way. Prosper where you're planted. Life will put the spotlight on your spot.